Destroying that factory had a bigger impact than we thought. Admiral Akbar is calling all Republic ships to Jakku. The whole Imperial fleet is there, minus the equipment they would have received from Sullust. I expect my father will be there too. But catching him is no longer our priority. This battle could be the end of the war. Let's get in, and we do what we can to help.
Karabast. I'm picking up distress calls. Too many to count.
Del, the Corvus is yours. Cover the sky. Shriv and I will help on the ground.
Hold on a moment. Aiden. Make sure you come back.
Make sure I have a ship to come back to.
Hey, Shriv, I hope you survive this incredibly dangerous mission as well. Thank you, Del. Your friendship means everything to me.
Not the most inspiring start.
Hey, we're still alive. Del, where can we be useful?
I've got 2 distress beacons near your location.
We'll check them out. Bombers.
Here we go!
It's down.
Nice shot, Versio. Nice. Okay, that's that.
Commander, that downed Star Destroyer is deploying bomber reinforcements to an Imperial research facility at Carbon Ridge.
That facility is a key target for the Republic. Aiden, we can cut off those bombers from inside the hangar.
Great idea. Find somewhere to land.
I know this was my idea, but how are we gonna shut down that hangar?
We get inside and search the wreckage for remote detonators.
They don't know we're here.
Good. Stay close. Wait until I open fire.
Our bombers are keeping the Republic at bay for now. Gather any equipment you can. We need to be ready when the evacuation shuttle arrives.
Taking inventory of these weapons.
That's a heavy!
Heal me up!
Enemy rockets!
Ha! Nice. That's all of them. We got a clear path to the hangar. We just need those detonators. Detonators here.
That's not gonna be enough.
Keep an eye out for more. More detonators.
More explosions!
Time to shut down the hangar for good.
Oh, great! TIE fighter up top!
Find heavy weapons! Now!
Got him!
Bet they didn't see that coming.
So, where do we plant these charges?
Straight onto the ties. An explosion that size will chain all the way through the ion engine systems.
And shatter the ship from the inside out.
Exactly. Detonator planted. Detonators are primed.
Okie doke. Let's get out of here. Fast.
They just keep coming!
Then just keep shooting!
That would be the record.
Get to the ships! Get him out of our way! Keep it up, we're almost out of this. That's all of them.
We should get back to our ships.
I hope we planted enough detonators.
I'd say we did.
It's beautiful. Is this what happiness feels like?
This is Starhawk Unity. We can't find a gap in the Empire's formation. There's no breaking through their fleet. Not yet. We need additional support. Does anyone read me? This is Starhawk Unity.
Sounds busy up there.
A fight this size? It's everyone for themselves. Best thing we can do is focus on what's down here.
So, what happens if we cross paths with your dad?
We've spent so long trying to track him down. I really don't know what happens if we find him now. We should focus. He's not the mission. Del, we're approaching a distress beacon. Patch me in.
Yes, Mom.
This is Captain Lindsay. Our ship has crashed. Imperial walkers are cutting through the survivors. We need evac now.
Heads up! Enemy ships closing in on us.
TIE fighters inbound. Let's take him down. TIE destroyed. This is Commander Iden Versio, Inferno Squad. Help is on the way, Captain.
Inferno! Those AT-ATs are closing in on our crash site.
Keep us covered, Captain. We're landing on your position.
Thank you, Commander. We were shot down on our way to Carbon Ridge.
We'll get you there.
We can't evacuate until those orcas have been destroyed.
Then we need an orbital strike. Where are your macro binoculars?
When we fell back to this position, the Binax got left behind.
Triv and I will get them. Stay here and lay down cover fire. Found him! Triv, patch me into the fleet. This is Inferno Squad calling Starhawk Command, requesting an orbital strike. Orbital barrage, here!
This is Starhawk Command. Inferno, you are go for orbital. Paint your target and we'll rain fire.
Watch out! Enemy heavy! More Imperials coming in!
One more and that walker is done for.
Orbital barrage connected. Confirmed. That AT-AT is destroyed. The walkers are too close.
One more and that walker is done for.
Oh, lovely. Enemy reinforcements are here!
The second AT-AT is down. Commander, that's all we can do. Starhawk Unity is moving on.
That's all we need, Starhawk. And thanks. You saved a lot of lives.
Inferno! We're falling back to the evacuation zone. This way!
Del, let's get Captain Lindsay out of here.
I'm inbound for pickup, Commander.
With me, this way! Go, go, go!
This is our chance! Imperial reinforcements!
I'm in the open! There's
Still with us, Commander.
I gotta worry about you.
Hello, Captain Lindsay. Welcome to the Corvus.
Get to the Raider!
Triv, help our friends to the Corvus.
Everybody move!
Everyone aboard!
Go! Get out of here!
Thank you, Commander.
Anytime, Captain.
Good luck out there.
Triv, back to our ships.
Can we talk about that orbital strike thing for a minute?
Sure, what about it?
I think that was the best thing I've ever seen.
You almost sound like you're enjoying yourself.
I would never.
Triv, regroup with the Corvus. Del, find out where else we can help.
Good job down there. Captain Lindsay and his men are taking Carbon Ridge right now.
Couldn't have done it without you.
Or me.
How's it going up there?
Hard to tell, but I think the Empire is losing.
I think you're right. I can feel it. It's almost over. Today, the Empire dies.
Better late than never.